The United States government just declared a national health emergency. And no, it's not about a virus. It's about what's on your plate. On January 7, 2026, just a few months ago, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the U.S. Department of Agriculture just made it official. America is in a national health emergency. Not because of pandemic and not because of a national disaster, because of chronic disease driven by what we eat. Over 70% of American adults are overweight or obese. Nearly 1 in 3 adolescents already have pre-diabetes. And nearly 90 cents of every healthcare dollar spent in this country is spent directly treating diseases that are tied to what we eat. 90 cents of every dollar. And in July of 2026, the Lancet, one of the most respected medical journals in the world, published a study that stopped researchers cold. It found that Americans now spend an average of 14 years of their lives in poor health. 14 years, not at the very end, not in a nursing home, but spread across our adult lives. Years when you are alive but not well. Years when you are present but not whole. Years when you have breath in your body, but the energy, the clarity, or the vitality that God designed your body to carry. And out of every developed nation on this earth, the United States has it worst. We have the largest gap between how long we live and how well we live. And then this number, this is the one I'm gonna need you to come and sit with. Researchers looked at American adults across age groups, across demographics, and measured metabolic health. I'm talking insulin levels, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, waist circumference. And they found that only 12.2 American adults are considered metabolically healthy. I hope I said that word right. 12.2%. That means nearly 9 out of 10 people in this country are walking around in a body that is under siege, and most of them don't even know it. Now I need you to stop here, because before I can tell you what to do with this, I need to tell you who you are. Most people are gonna watch this and feel the weight of the numbers, and then they're gonna think, that's terrible. And then they're just gonna close the app. But you are not most people. You were created by God, who was intentional about the body that he gave you. He didn't design you for 14 years of sickness. He didn't design you to be part of the 87.8%. The Bible calls your body a temple, not a suggestion, not a metaphor for nice people, a temple, a dwelling place, a sacred structure, something built with purpose, maintained with intention, and designed to house the presence of God. And the enemy knows if he compromises the temple, if he can keep you tired, inflamed, and medicated, and confused about what's happening to you, you will never fully step into the assignment that God has placed upon your life. That is your B. You are a steward, not just of your calling, not just of your money, of your body. Because a builder who cannot function at full capacity cannot build at full capacity. And God needs you at full capacity for what he's about to release in this nation. Now let's talk about your do, because this national health emergency is not just a news story. It's a kingdom assignment looking for someone to answer it. Someone watching this is called to the food industry to build a company that creates real, whole, God-made food, accessible to communities that has been surrounded by nothing but poison generations after generation. Someone is called to open a wellness practice, a holistic health center, a functional medical clinic, a coaching business that gets to the root of the reason of why 87.8% of the people are metabolically broken. Somebody is called to the fitness space, not to sell people a body they don't have, but to restore the body that God gave them. Somebody is called to the policy table, to sit in the rooms where food regulations are being written, where school lunch programs are being decided, where food deserts are created, and be the voice that says that the kingdom standard is the only acceptable standard for how we feed the people that God loves. Somebody is called to create a curriculum, to teach families how to eat, how to cook, how to steward the temple from the inside out. That is your due. The government just admitted they don't know how to fix this. That is not a closed door. That is a wide open gate for kingdom builders who are made for this moment. And here is the have. The health and wellness industry is one of the most expensive markets in the US right now. The world sees it as an opportunity. Kingdom builders see it as a responsibility. And here's the difference that matters. When God gives you the platform, the clients, the revenue, the influence in this space, That is not your reward for working hard. That is a trust. Every person's body that's being restored because of what you built, that is stewardship. Every family that learns how to eat the way that God designed because of your business, that is discipleship wearing a business model. Every community that gets access to real health, real food, real wholeness, because you answered the call, that is kingdom advancing through you. The have is not the destination. The have is evidence of your obedience. God is looking for someone who understood the assignment before the money showed up. The government just told you America is sick, that 9 out of 10 people are metabolically broken, that the average American will spend 14 years of its life in a body that is not well. That is just not statistic. That is a 911 call. And you, the one whose spirit shifted while you were watching this, you are not just a concerned citizen. You are a kingdom entrepreneur who was placed in this season, in this time, in this exact moment in history, because God needed someone who would walk into a health crisis of the entire nation with his wisdom, with his standard, in his heart for the people that he already healed on the cross. If this landed in you, don't scroll past it. Follow, stay close, because I help kingdom entrepreneurs get clear on who they are, what they're called to build, and how to steward it the way that God intended. Your assignment is waiting, and so is the nation that you were made to serve.